Hello everyone! Today we will be learning fun facts about different bugs and insects. First though, in order to see them, we need to shrink down into a bug size. Let's shrink together. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Look at the world! Everything is so big. Well, now that we're small, let's learn about some bugs around us. Whoa, do you see our first animal? Do you know what color it is? That's right, it's red. This animal is called a ladybug. Although our ladybug is red, ladybugs come in a lot of different colors, not just red. In fact, some ladybugs can be orange, yellow, or even black. In many cultures, ladybugs are good luck charms, and many different places believe that ladybugs bring good fortune. Just like bears, ladybugs can hibernate in the winter. When ladybugs hibernate, they hibernate together in small groups. The beautiful colors on a ladybug also serve a very useful purpose. They warn predators not to eat them. I think ladybugs are some of the prettiest bugs. Alright, let's find our next insect. Whoa, look at this little guy. It's a caterpillar. It's so long. A caterpillar's favorite food are leaves, which they munch on to fuel their incredible growth. Just like ladybugs, caterpillars can come in all different shapes and sizes. In fact, some caterpillars even have horns that look fierce. A very known fact about caterpillars is that they can grow up to be moths and butterflies. They're like nature's magical transformers. Just like a snake, caterpillars can shed their skin several times in their lifetime, and the process of shedding their skin is called molting. Whoa, do you see our next insect flying in the air? Have you seen one of these before? It's a dragonfly. Dragonflies are ancient insects, and they've been around for more than 300 million years. This means that dragonflies actually lived at the same time as the dinosaurs. Isn't that crazy? Dragonflies are really good at flying as well, and they can move in any direction, up, down, and even backwards. Another super cool fact about dragonflies is that they have really big eyes that can see almost 360 degrees, so that they can spot prey. That means they can see what's in front of them and what's behind them at the same time. Isn't that cool? When dragonflies are first born, they actually live in the water. Isn't that cool? Lastly, dragonflies also eat other insects, for example, mosquitoes, and they are really good at catching them. Alright, let's go to our next animal. Whoa, this animal is super common, and they are found all over the world. Do you know what it's called? That's right, it's an ant. Ants are fantastic team players, and they work together in colonies to build beautiful, intricate homes called mounds. In order for ants to follow each other and know where to go, they leave scent trails for other ants to follow. Ants are also super strong. Some can carry objects up to 50 times their body weight. There are also over 12,000 ant species, and ants can be found almost everywhere on Earth. Isn't that crazy? Ants also have 2 stomachs, one for their own food and another to store food for other ants. Ants are just so cool and such great team players. Do you think ants are cool too? Alright, let's look back up in the sky and see what we can find. Whoa, look at this animal. It's a bee. Have you seen one of these in real life before? Although bees might be a little bit scary because of their stingers, they are actually super important for plants and other species to live. Without bees and other pollinators, you wouldn't have access to the majority of plants that you see and eat today. Bees are pollination superheroes. They help plants grow by transferring pollen from flower to flower. Bees also dance to communicate with other bees and share information about the location of food. That's so funny. Could you imagine dancing to your friends to communicate? Bees also make honey by collecting nectar and mixing it with different things and then storing it in honeycomb. Have you ever eaten honey before? It's really sweet. Worker bees are actually all female, and they have different roles like foraging, nursing, and protecting the young bees in the hive. Lastly, bees can actually recognize human faces. Isn't that crazy? Alright, it's starting to get dark. Let's see what sources of light we can find. Whoa, look at this insect. It's so bright and it's lighting up the night sky. Do you know what it is? It's a firefly. Fireflies actually create light through a process called bioluminescence, which makes them glow in the dark. Do you want to try saying the word? It's bioluminescence. Nice! Each firefly species has a unique flash pattern, which help them find mates. Butterfly larvae actually glow as well, and they can emit light to ward off predators. The light in a firefly is also really impressive because it doesn't produce any heat. Overall, fireflies are beautiful insects that can light up the night sky. I think fireflies are some of the coolest insects out there. Next time you go camping or into a forest, try to spot a firefly with your parents and friends. Alright, our next animal has a super hard shell. Have you seen one of these before? Do you know what they're called? It's a beetle. Beetles are actually the largest group of insects of all time, and they have over 400,000 species known to people. That is so many different types of beetles. Because there are so many species, beetles come in all sorts of different shapes, sizes, and colors. Beetles can be super tiny, and they can also be super huge. A lot of insects that you might know of are actually classified as beetles. For example, ladybugs are actually one species or one type of beetle. Isn't that cool? The hard shell around beetles are actually a protective layer meant to protect the delicate flying wings found on a beetle. Again, because beetles are so diverse, they can do all sorts of different things. For example, there's one type of beetle that can actually make hissing sounds to scare away predators. Another type of beetle can shoot out a boiling chemical spray as a defense mechanism against other animals. That is so cool! It's like a mini dragon. If you go outside and look under a rock or in some dirt, I'm sure you will be able to find a beetle somewhere. Alright, let's look at our next animal. Whoa, do you see this one? It like blends in with the grass around it. Well, it's a grasshopper. Grasshoppers are excellent jumpers, and they can leap up to 20 times their body length. If a human could do that, they would be able to leap over a small skyscraper. That is crazy impressive. This is because grasshoppers have super strong hind legs with super powerful muscles which let them propel themselves into the air. Grasshoppers also hear sounds in a weird location. Humans use their ears, which are found on their head. However, grasshoppers have organs on their stomach and abdomen to detect sounds. That's so crazy. Grasshoppers are also herbivores that just feed on grass, leaves, and plant stems, and they don't eat other insects. Grasshoppers can also produce interesting sounds. They can produce this sound by rubbing their hind legs against their wings. I think grasshoppers are super cool because of their jumping ability. Next, let's look at our next animal. Whoa, you've definitely seen this one before. Do you know what it's called? Yup, it's a spider. Spiders have 8 legs on them. And just like grasshoppers, they can jump super great distances to feast on prey. Have you ever seen a spider web before? Well, those are produced by spiders. Spiders produce the silk that they use to make spider webs from special glands, which they use to create webs for building homes and catching prey. However, not all spiders actually can spin webs. Others actively hunt by ambushing their prey or chasing them down. Have you ever seen a spider in your house or in the wild before? Spiders can come in all sorts of different shapes and sizes, and sometimes they can even be different colors too. Some people think spiders are super scary, while others think they're cute. What do you think? Alright, next, this animal flies in the sky. It's similar to a butterfly, but it's not really a butterfly. It's called a moth. Moths come in various shapes and sizes, just like a spider. They can be tiny or they can be huge, and they often have intricate patterns on their wings. Also, people commonly confuse moths for butterflies. Moths are nocturnal insects, and nocturnal means that they come out during the night. Moths use camouflage to blend in with their surroundings and avoid predators. Moths, just like bees, are important pollinators, and they can help plants reproduce. If you still remember facts about caterpillars from the beginning of the video, caterpillars actually grow up to be moths. Isn't that cool? Could you imagine a caterpillar transforming into this insect? Lastly, we'll look at another common animal that flies. Have you seen this one before? It's a little bit creepy. Well, named after its ability, it's called a fly. Flies have incredible flying skills. Just like a dragonfly, they can change direction super quickly and hover in the air. They also have eyes that give them a super wide field of view, which help them detect motion. Flies actually taste with their feet. They walk on their food to sense if it's something they want to eat. Isn't that interesting? Flies are also super active, and they can beat their wings around 200 times per second. Overall, flies are super important in ecosystems. They act as decomposers and break down organic matter and recycle nutrients. Well, these bugs were so cool! Oh, I almost forgot! We need to go back to normal size. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Yay! We're human-sized again! Well, now that you're big enough, please hit the like and subscribe buttons if you enjoyed this video, and check out other videos about animals on Appaloo Educational Videos for Kids. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed learning about bugs. See you on the next adventure!